cannot let all of these people play. And the crowd, you got to take them out of the game. You got to take and not let anything bother you. Refereeing, my coaching, so to speak. That's what I used to tell my teams when we came to. Don't let anything bother you. Play basketball. Let's play Alabama basketball.
Last year, Alabama gave Tennessee fits down in Tuscaloosa. Had a 9-point second-half lead before Tennessee was able to rally to win that game 63-60. So although Tennessee has dominated, Alabama has really played them tough the last 2 years. That's Tamika Catchings, the outstanding freshman, and we are set to go in Knoxville. Alabama gets the opening tap. Brittany Ezell in front court, and Alabama attacks first. Pass in low, Mills, turnaround jumper is good, and just like that, Alabama takes a 2-0 lead.
Alabama needs a confidence builder early, and they got one.
Tennessee crowd here in Knoxville stands and cheers until the Lady Vols make their first bucket. Catchings going to work, gives it to Jolly right side.
Alabama is in a kind of a slumping man trying to keep penetration down by Tennessee.
Holzclaw misses, Goss rebounds, and Alabama gets the ball. You can see right there. I think Dominique Canning wanted to come out running. She said, let's slow it down.
They're not running the basketball any today. They're running time right now, trying to utilize the shot clock. In a 1-4 on the baseline with Canning out high.
What a great matchup. Holzclaw and Canning. Canning to the basket, no good. Mills again, puts it up and in. Mills has the first 4 for the Tide.
What an awesome offensive rebound.
Mills has done a great job conditioning from last year, lost about 20 pounds, much quicker inside. Jeter has it, lost it, gives it Jolly, wide open look.
I'm glad to see that she scored. I didn't want these Tennessee people to have to stand up that long today. They're not used to it. That would be a little foreign for them.
Usually only stand up about 15 or 20 seconds in a game.
The other night was 6 seconds, I heard.
Goss in front court for Alabama to Brittany Ezell. Dumps it down low to Mills again. That's the game plan, and Mills is 3 for 3.
Mills has come alive in the last 3 basketball games and assumed the role of helping carry this team.
Alabama gets the deflection.
See what happened? Everybody on the Alabama team wanted to run. It's their nature to run. Their nature to shoot the basketball quick. They're not doing that in this particular game because of who they're playing and where.
Alabama used to be called the long-range bombers, but not today. It's going to be a half-court game. They want to shorten it. Another pass inside, and Alabama gets it down low, and Dominique Canning scores her first baskets, 8-2.
4 for 4. What a start for Alabama.
And they have taken the crowd out of this game early here in Knoxville.
Not only that, a confidence builder.
Catchings to the basket, draws a foul, and go to the line.
I think in this situation it's going to be important that Alabama not create fouls of that nature because they need their 2 big players in the game for the duration of the game. Look out. When you don't play well at Tennessee, 3 more subs are coming into the game at this time, Bob.
So 2 minutes into the game, Pat Summitt's going to the shot troops. LaShonda Stevens, Tamika Randall, and Ace Clement coming in. Tamika Catchings at the line, a 77% free throw shooter, and the SEC Player of the Week.
It's an amazing thing what this young lady has done here. To be a freshman, to step in one of the highest profile, if not the highest profile team in the country, and to step up and get the job done, it's amazing.
Catchings, of course, the daughter of NBA great Harvey Catchings, has a sister that plays at Illinois. They matched wits and talents here earlier in the season, and Tennessee beat Illinois that contest here. Catchings hits 2 of 2, and now here's the press. Dan, you were talking about.
Yes. Tennessee likes to diamond zone press there at the free throw, and Alabama is running their zone press offense. They're going to pass beyond it to Canning. What a pass.
3-on-2. Canning against Stevens, and she puts it up short. Mills on the offensive glass and a foul call. It's going to be a push-off against Alabama.
That's a tough call. Mills made a great play to run across the lane and get an offensive rebound. I'm impressed with her hustle so far in the first 3 minutes.
You see Canning taking it to the basket.
They have to.
Catchings takes it to the basket the other way. Can't finish, but she'll go to the line.
She's as good a freshman as I've seen come in this league. She is just so athletic, so quick. Now, if she carried the ball to the basket, then next time she'll come down and hit a 15-footer. That's hard to do, man, to be able to carry it to the hole and also shoot from outside as a freshman.
She's averaging 18 points a game, almost 8 rebounds a game, and she's second in blocks on the team, and now she is 3 of 3 at the line, and it's 8-5.
Yeah, and what's so great about the whole situation is they have so many superstars here, and I don't don't see any jealousy. If one's doing it, the other one's happy. Sometimes a lot of teams need one basketball, maybe two.
Bandage, that's just because the expectations of this program, and they know what the bottom line is. I mean, they're expected to win here.
Yeah, I think it's because Coach Pat Summitt will remove you from the game if you don't play. Now, forget all that other stuff. Forget about tradition. I'd like 2 minutes and 22 seconds. We have 3 subs. Okay, now we're 1-4 on the baseline. Tennessee's in a man. We're going to run the 2 bigger players out. We get it inbounds. Now we're going to get it back to Ezell.
Tennessee knows that.
20-second timeout.
Well, Alabama worked to perfection a couple of times, and then Tennessee threw the trap on it.
Yes, and they're showing them a little different type of situation. As soon as the ball comes in bounds, instead of playing their player man, that player's going and double teaming the ball, and that's causing Alabama some problems. Also, it's a smart timeout. Don't throw the ball away. Use one of your 20 seconds so it will not be a turnover. But at the same token, if you're Alabama, you have to realize that Tennessee's going to cause you some problems. Don't let that bother you so that when you go down to the other end, you can't score when you get there.
Tennessee is forcing 27 turnovers a game, and Rick Moody knows if his team turns it over 27 today, they're done.
Oh, it'll be a long afternoon. He'll be thinking about LSU by 5:30 this afternoon.
Alabama, though, has hit 4 of its first 6 shots and has the lead. Bama jumped out to a 4-0 advantage on Tennessee and hasn't trailed.
And with a 20-second timeout, Tennessee comes out and changes presses and gets in a 2-2-1 3/4 zone press. And to our fans, there's a difference between a man press and a zone press. They're just trying to confuse the Alabama kids at this time.
Ezell gets it to front court to Canty. Bama with a 2-point lead early in Knoxville. Patrice Jones into the game now for Alabama, playing a post. That's Goss out front with it against Ace Clement. Shot clock at 15. Ezell, a great 3-point shooter. Samika Randall on her. Passing low Jones, working against Catchings, up and under, and draws the foul against Catchings. Last couple of games, Catching has been foul prone, and today picks up a quick one.
Yeah, you asked me on the pregame show, or at the very beginning, how would you beat Tennessee? I think one of the ways you would have to beat them is to remove certain players from the game by having them foul your players. I think that's a key play in any game.
That's on the isolated Catchings and made her play defense.
Yes, sir, and that's what they have to do. Also, take your offensive players and make them guard somebody so it'll wear them down.
Jones, who's been bothered in her career with an ankle problem, now getting healthy. She's a junior out of Huntsville. Gets the first point, and Alabama's lead is 3. 9-6 with 16:42 to go, first half. Just getting cranked up in Knoxville.
Yeah. Now, what you have to do against Tennessee is play 40 minutes. The 38 won't do it. 35 won't do it. And that's an awfully tough pressure to fight.
10-6, Alabama. Ace Clement in front court, another one of the freshmen for the Lady Vols. Drops it in low to Catchings. Now to Randall, so Tennessee's got 3 freshmen on the floor right now. Jump shot no good. Mills got a hand on it, but can't hold on to it, and Randall comes up with a loose ball. Passing low, Catchings, turns, fires, no. Holtzclaw, back up. That won't stay down. Knocked out of bounds, it'll still be Tennessee's ball.
Tennessee, in my opinion, for the last 10 years has been the best offensive rebounding basketball team in the country. They shoot the ball and just go get it.
Inbounds pass, Holtzclaw takes it to the basket and scores.
You give any team that many opportunities, they will score sooner or later.
2-point game. Now Canty and Holtzclaw matched up one-on-one in backcourt.
But taking her time bringing it down, trying to run some clock off of the 30-second clock.
Remember, there's no 10-second midcourt call in women's basketball. You can take all the time you want getting it across midcourt. Canty against Holtzclaw. Brilliant move. How was that?
Wow, great basketball. Unbelievable defense and offense.
Drop pass, Catchings, fires, no good. Make that Clement firing no good. And one thing Alabama's doing, they are breaking Tennessee down and making them play one-on-one basketball.
That's what I think you have to do. You got to run isolations, make Tennessee stay away from that help side defense.
They're calling it tight. Clement, they're calling offensive foul the other way.
I didn't see that. I thought the pressure was from the defensive side. I thought the defense gained an advantage, but I'm not refereeing the game.
Rick Moody agrees with you, Coach. First foul on Goss, and look at the brilliant move by Dominique Canty. He has her Crimson Tide in front by 4 early in Knoxville. Alabama 0-11 all-time in Knoxville, but leading here early against the top-ranked Tennessee Lady Vols, 12-8. Man, Alabama is the top rebounding team in the SEC and also the top defensive field goal team, and they're holding Tennessee to 25% shooting.
Yes. Because they're giving Tennessee the outside shots. Alabama's shooting 71% because all of their shots have come in the lane. They've done a great job of getting the ball inside.
Alabama 5 of 7 from the field to start. Bama leads by 4.
And Alabama switches defenses after the timeout, come out in a 1-1-3 zone.
And Holtzclaw misses from the baseline, and Alabama back the other way. Brittany Ezell in front court. Great softball player, a shortstop on the Alabama team. Also was an All-American soccer player in high school, so a terrific athlete running the point. Goss open for 3. Mills crashes the board, but Stevens gets it out of there, and Tennessee wants to run back the other way. Samika Randall.
Tennessee runs at every opportunity.
Randall tried to force one inside, and that one was picked off.
And now watch Alabama. This is an amazing stat for me. Alabama, every time they get the ball, they walk it down. Now they're in the 1-4 baseline.
The 1-4 offense is Canny's out front. Now they double team her down low, and Stevens takes it away.
What a chess match between two outstanding coaches. Alabama's in their zone.
Stevens turns and fires off the mark, and Tennessee off to a very cold start shooting. 2 of 10 now. Here's Canny in front court, 3-on-2. Canny kicks it out to Goss and thinks better of it. So Alabama sets the offense. They're not going to take many quick shots, are they?
And they cannot do what they just did, pick up the dribble. My understanding is they worked all week long in practice about not picking up your dribble. Goss just did, but they got a lucky break because Tennessee committed a foul.
Tamika Catchings picks up her second, and so she'll come out of the game. That's Teresa Jeter back in for Tennessee, and Kyra Elsie comes in for Catchings.
One of the things that we have right now is both teams are changing defenses from different situations from zone to man. And anytime the ball goes into the corners, Tennessee's trapping that with a double team, and that's causing Alabama some problems.
Canny in the lane at the free throw line, double team, Goss in the corner. And Clement kicks the ball. That's a reset for Alabama.
Here's what is going on at this point. Alabama's in the 1-4. Canny has the ball outside. Now Tennessee is adjusting by sending one of the wing defensive players to her, doubling her. And then when they pass it in the corner, they go double the kid in the corner.
A lot of bumping going on. Ezell and Randall pushing each other. So June Carteau going in to straighten things out. Sue Kennedy and Nan Sisk, the other officials today.
We got 3 of the best here today.
Alabama still trying to set up their patterns. They do in the corner to Ezell. She's triple team, takes it baseline. Finds Goss out front. Now they swing it to Canny. Canny baseline. That won't stay down. What a brilliant move, though, by Dominique Canny. What a play. 13.5 minutes to go, first half. Alabama trying to pull off the upset. Pass low, Holtzclaw, easy.
You have to defend on the baseline. The defensive player was on the inside lane. You have to be on the baseline side on those post plays.
Tennessee closes to within 2 as we approach the 13-minute mark first half. Canny down the lane, and Ace Clement takes it away. Clement all the way to tie the game, and she's fouled.
A player defensively turns and says to the coach, I did not foul. My thinking there, do not be close enough to give the referee an opportunity. It's a wide open layup, let the play happen.
That's the second foul on Leah Goss.
And as many minutes as she's playing for Alabama, that hurts them. Clemens steals the basketball. She's wide open. She has the layup. Let her have it. Outstanding defensive play. They're doubling Canny now every time she touches the ball in the back, down in the front court.
Clement at the line for the lead, and it rolls in. So Ace Clement, the three-point play, and Tennessee leads for the first time today, 13-12. Press against Alabama, and they can't get it in.
I think Alabama, against this press, will have to run somebody long. Try to pass the ball over and make Tennessee pay a price.
13:01 to go. Alabama with 5 turnovers early.
I heard some guy say, sit down, Moody, and enjoy the game. When these things are happening, you can't enjoy the game.
Shemeka Holtzclaw, turnaround over Goss. No good. Jeter on the offensive board. Ball knocked away and stolen by Canny. One thing Tennessee does extremely well defensively is play in the passing lanes. Now they call a carrying violation against Dominique Canny. She turns it over. 6th turnover for the Crimson Tide.
6 turnovers in 7.5 minutes. That's just too many to beat a quality basketball team such as Tennessee.
So the first time Tennessee's had the ball and the lead, and Clement brings it up. They've got Clement and Jolly in the game now, the 2 point guards. Holtzclaw, 15 feet, got it.
I don't think Tennessee plays point guard, center. They play athletes and basketball players, and they let them play everywhere, which is a major difference from the past.
So Alabama threw a couple lefts and rights at Tennessee, stunned them, but the Lady Vols have fought back to take a 3-point lead. Alabama led early by 6. Ezell down the lane, and it counts.
I think Brittany Ezell has been one of the clutch players, hard-nosed kids of this league for the last 4 years. She just has a will to win. If she reverse pivot, drive to the basket, lay it in, gets fouled.
Fouls on Kelly Jolly. This is a big game for Brittany, too, because she's a Tennessee young lady out of Franklin, Tennessee.
Arkansas had this team down 17 points in Fayetteville, and she just had the will to win and brought her team back just single-handedly, shooting threes, encouraging them. I've seen her play in the SEC tournament in Chattanooga and see her play so hard and so tough.
108 straight starts for Brittany Ezell. And now she steps up to try and cut into this Tennessee lead and actually tie the game. And she does. 3-point play for Brittany Ezell. We're tied at 15. First time we've been tied today. Tennessee back the other way quickly. 12 minutes to go first half.
Alabama's in the zone.
Catchings back into the game with those 2 fouls, and her shot's blocked. It's out of bounds to Tennessee. Well, Catchings hadn't had many of her shots blocked this year.
I think Canty said, freshman, it's time you learn some things in the Southeastern Conference.
We are tied 15-15 with 11:52 to go in the first half. Dominique Canny against the Tennessee Lady Vols. The local SEC schools ticket office. You're watching SEC women's basketball on Fox Sports Net. Bob Chesling along with Van Chancellor just in time to see the Lady Vols grab the lead back with Tamika Catchings.
What a first step. Dribble into the lane, stop, jump up and shoot. What a player.
It is Catchings' first bucket of the day, and Tennessee leads again by 2.
I think she's going to be better than her dad, Bob.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
She'd probably beat him now, I bet you.
He's a great pro, but this is a great freshman also.
Canny against Holtzclaw. Now Brittany Ezell. Shut off on the baseline, steps out of bounds, but they said she was pushed out.
Dribble penetration, kick it, make Tennessee play you one-on-one. She's going to reverse dribble, come on the baseline, drive under. Jeter fouls her. I think you just got to penetrate on Tennessee some.
That's the 15th foul on Tennessee. Alabama also has 5. Alabama trying to get it in, does so to Goss. Rick Moody calls out motion, so they try and, again, isolate Canny on Shemeka Holtzclaw.
Clear for her right now would be a good move, giving her the complete right side of the floor to drive.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Canny splits the defense. Bad-looking shot there. And the rebound is Tamika Catchings. Catchings in a hurry in front court. Now to Jolly, to Holtzclaw. Jeter. Power move, scores.
Tennessee's unselfishness on offense really amazes me. They move the basketball. You may have a good shot, but a teammate has a better shot, so they yield the ball up.
Dominique Canny out front. Slings it left side to Goss. Alabama's a good three-point shooting team, but they haven't been able to launch it today against Tennessee. Connell has the ball knocked away.
You cannot shoot a three when somebody's in your face all of the time.
Kyra Elzy. Whistle and a bumping foul on the baseline. It'll be against Alabama's Latoya Tuttle.
I think Coach Moody is in a catch-22 proposition at this time. He needs to get Mills back into the game, but if he plays her too much, he's going to wear down as the game goes along. But there's going to be a time in here she's just going to have to suck it up and play big minutes.
Yeah, Mills scored 6 points early for Alabama to get them off to that quick 8-2 start. And now Alabama trails by 4, and Tennessee's got the ball again. You see the Alabama turnovers. And Tennessee's only turned it over twice now. Bad pass by Jolly.
Alabama has, I think, an outstanding game plan for this game. But this is the way you have to play to beat Tennessee in this building.
Ezell in front court against Kyra Elzy. Tennessee is terrific in the passing lanes, and you'll see him overplay when the player picks up the ball. Canny puts it up and draws a foul.
I think that shot was a prayer of a shot, but I think sometimes you have to do that, attempting to draw the foul from the players that Tennessee has, because they're good one-on-one defensive players as well as help side defensive players.
First foul on Shamiqua Holzclaw, and going to the line is Dominique Canty, junior out of Chicago, Illinois. She's had 3 20-point scoring games and rattles that one out.
She's one of the most difficult players to defend. Tennessee's been doubling her and making her give up the basketball, and that's a good move.
And Canty gets them both. Check that. She got 1 out of 2. So Canty with 5 points on the day, and it's 19-16 now. And there's Mills back right on cue, Coach.
Yes, and Coach Moody is doing a great job of substituting and keeping a combination of players, not taking out his top players at the same time, taking them out one at a time.
Canty 1 of 2 at the line, so the lead is 6 now for Tennessee. Holzclaw straight up over Ezell, who got a piece of it, and Mills comes out of there with a rebound.
Alabama's making the Tennessee Lady Vols shoot the ball from outside, and if I see if they do have an Achilles tendon, which there's not very much of one, it would be a little bit of that.
Ezell has her shot blocked, and Jeter comes out of there with it. Up court, Catchings running the floor.
Little bitty point guard that can watch penetration around big people. The ball is rejected.
Tennessee's biggest lead, it's 5. Again, taking it down the middle. Into trouble, and Tennessee collapses, and a turnover. Alabama. Pam Duncan turns it over. 8th turnover.
The right people have to handle the basketball. For the last 2 possessions, I thought the wrong people were handling the ball, especially the last one for Alabama.
Shamiqua Holzclaw gives it to Jolly in the corner. Down low, and Holzclaw out of bounds. Foot was on the line.
Outstanding call by June Carto, right on the baseline. Pat's husband asked me why I was up being so nice to all 3 of these refs. I said, RB, you have to understand I got all 3 of them in the WNBA next summer. Always trying to gain an advantage with the ref, Bob.
You got to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Kessling and Van Chancellor with you today from Knoxville. Alabama trying to maintain its poise. Cutting into this 5-point Tennessee lead. Jolly knocks it out of bounds. It's off Goss. And Tennessee gets it.
And Coach Rick Moody cannot believe it. But always remember this. All calls are good that go for you, and all calls are bad that the ones that go against you.
We tick down to the 8-minute mark here. Alley-oop. Elzy goes up and lost it. Whistle. And Elzy's down, holding her right knee.
This looks tough. That was a tough fall.
She came out before the game with an ice bag on the knee. And now Jenny Moshak, the Lady Ball trainer, is out talking to her.
It's an alley-oop pass on the baseline. She just comes down wrong. Just on the fall.
Didn't look like she hit anybody's leg or foot.
It's one of those odd situations.
And this crowd in this arena, close to 20,000 now, very, very quiet, as Kyra Elzy is down on the court being attended to.
A different angle. She was on the baseline against their zone. Outstanding pass. She came down wrong on her knee, or I hope it's her ankle, but it looks like a knee.
She just buckled on her.
Mm-hmm. The pace of this game right now really favors Alabama, but last Sunday in the Vandy game, I thought the pace was good for Vandy. But in the second half, you just saw a different situation happen. I think Alabama would like to keep it at this pace for 40 minutes, not for 8 minutes or 12 minutes.
Pat Summitt Holly Warlick, Mickey DeVos, the assistant coaches. Bill Yeomans, the orthopedic surgeon, now out looking at Kyra Elsie. And it's a very quiet crowd here as they tend to the Tennessee Guard. We'll be back in Knoxville in a moment. The Lady Vols leading Alabama by 5. Van, anytime a player goes down like that, you just hold your heart in your hands.
It's tough. I had Jackie Martin at the end of 5 games one time get hurt, and when she went down, it was just obvious. And it's very tough on you. It's very difficult on your teammates, on your coach, because you don't want that to happen to any kid.
She was putting a little pressure on it, the knee, as she walked off the floor, but was being helped. So it's
sometimes they're not as serious as it looks to be. In this case, I really hope it's not.
So Tennessee, in all likelihood, will play the rest of the afternoon without Kyra Elsie. Tennessee with the basketball, leading 21-16. Holtzclaw off the pick, fires, no good. Rebound slapped out of bounds. It'll still be Tennessee's. As again inside, Tasha Mills got a hand on it but couldn't corral it.
I've never seen her play with such just fever. Playing is as hard and tough as I've seen her play since she's been at Alabama.
Again, coming off a great game against LSU, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Inside, Catchings, triple team to Jolly, wide open. Won't stay down, and Mills gets the rebound. Boxed out nicely that time against Jeter.
They're rebounding the basketball, grabbing it, holding it, walking it down, not running any. And this is a plan, and it's working to perfection at this point in time.
And then also the injury has taken a lot of life out of this crowd. And Canny spins down, and Jeter blocks it. It's out of bounds to Tennessee.
Anytime you have that, it'll take the enthusiasm because everybody's concerned for a young person. And Tennessee must get it back now by running the break and pressing some.
Catchings out front, skip pass to Jolly. Catchings down the lane and draws the foul.
2 games in a row, Sunday to Sunday. I have watched Tennessee penetrate the gaps of a zone, and that has made it tough on Vandy last Sunday. It is tough on Alabama's zone at this time.
Pat Summer was talking to Samika Randall just a moment ago. Obviously, Van talking to her about now that Elsie's out, she's got to step up.
I think that's one of the things a coach has to do. I think this is something that as she is talking to her, she's probably saying, Randall, just using it as a motivational opportunity. You now have to become a player for us, play big minutes.
Catchings now with 10 points quietly in the first half. I mean, she's been in foul trouble. All of a sudden you look up, she's got 10, and Tennessee leads by 7.
Tennessee just has so many weapons, so many different just people they can send after you.
This game was tied at 15. Mills to the baseline, no. Follows up, no. Canny has it tied up. I think Catchings got a shot on that putback by Mills, and the alternate possession goes to Tennessee.
Tennessee presses you. You beat the press. You get a wide open layup. You've got to convert those into baskets because that'll make Tennessee not press you as much. I want to see where Holtzclaw goes and sets. I hear that if she's playing good, Pat lets her go over and set between Nikki and Holly, and that's where she went to on the bench.
That's her seat, too. It's got Coach Summit right on it.
That's it. That's Pat's seat. And when she's playing bad, Pat says, hey, you can't sit in my seat.
Nia Butts into the game now. Butts right away. Free throw line jump shot, no good. And Mills goes after another one. Can't corral it. Boy, if she could hang on to the rebound, she's got a hand on, she'd have a dozen. And the pass sails right through the hands of Tamika Catchings.
Going back to the other, I think she told her, if you're playing bad, you can't sit in my seat.
That's right.
That's good, though.
Well, I mean, she's the only one who's ever had the guts to try and sit in her seat.
She's good enough to sit in the coach's seat, I promise you.
Mills against Jeter, whistle, traveling violation. Alabama now has 10 of them in the first half. Mills got in a hurry a bit.
Yes, her mind wanted to go to the basket a little quicker. Her feet traveled.
Kelly Jolly in front court for Tennessee. 23-16. Butts baseline. Goes in. Shot no good. Butts again. And now she's fouled. Nia Butts has been struggling all season with shin splints. You see the braces on her legs. Very painful injury. She's been limited in her practices, but now with the injury to Kyra Elzy, Butts is another one of those players got to step up.
I think that the shin splints are one of the most difficult injuries for you to get over. It doesn't hurt enough to keep you out, but if you don't stay out, you can never get well. It's not like an ankle injury or a knee injury.
Butts can't get it to fall, and Canny gets the lead. All right, Van, you're Alabama's coach. You feel like you're in pretty good shape right now.
I feel good about the situation. If I'm the Alabama coach, I just need a basket. I've been on 15-16 for too long because I've got the score to win, so to speak. That's an old cliche, but I to keep momentum going.
Catchings with the quick hands, picks off the pass from Ezell. Now to Jolly for the layup. Oh, she missed the layup. And Mills got it. Well, and now Jolly intercepts the outlet pass.
The last 2 turnovers that Alabama committed have been just unforced turnovers. No pressure on them. You cannot be running the ball out. Get it, walk it down, and get a good shot.
Tennessee's only shooting 33%. Catchings misses, and the rebound corralled by Carruth.
Now, you got to convert here. It's 23 to 16. You need a basket of some kind.
Again, this game was tied at 15, and now Ezell has the ball ripped away by Jolly. Butts takes it in, gives to Ace Clements. She's fouled from behind by Carruth, and will go to the line. For Carruth, it's her first foul.
With every steal that Tennessee makes, they immediately go to looking to run the break, to put pressure on you. I think this is one of the great things about this basketball team. Constantly, whether it's out of bounds, defense, doubling the ball, it's just pressure. Nice pass to Clements. She lays it in. Gets fouled, doesn't get to make the basket.
Third foul on Carruth, the freshman. For the Tide, and now Kristen Clement at the line. Shoots a miss. She counted in free throw after free throw. Alabama shot around it this morning at 9 o'clock. The entire team was out, getting used to the arena. Then Ace came out for about 25 minutes, one-on-one instruction with Pat Summitt.
The rotation on her ball and the way she shoots it, she's just a great shooter. She just has a knack for it. Oh, we jinxed her.
Right on cue with this Holtzclaw. Put it back up and in. Second chance passes and second chance putbacks for Tennessee has allowed the Lady Vols to open up a 10-point lead, and Alabama is stuck on 15, and they're still stuck. Goss can't handle the pass, and it's turned back over to the Lady Vols. That's 13 first-half turnovers.
Brittany Ezell has had 3 turnovers just really quick, like in the last 40 seconds.
Catchings, good look. Holtzclaw, it won't count. Catchings was fouled before the pass.
After watching that play, I can see why they're drawing 17 and 18 and 19,000. That is an athletic play from out of bounds. You fake up, you go back door, and then you kick the ball off to your teammate. What a play.
And the foul is on Mills. That'll be her third foul. At the line will go Catchings.
This is what made Tennessee so tough. Alabama's rolling along. Everything's going their way. And in about a minute and a half span, this thing's gone from 1 or 2 points to 10 points with an opportunity to go to 12.
And Catchings doesn't hit. Man, Tennessee isn't exactly a whirlwind today. I mean, they're not playing that great.
They're not playing great, but they have allowed 16 points. You know, it's an amazing thing that everybody thinks they're leading the league at 93 points a game, but they're not giving up at about 59, which is unbelievable. I don't know if any team's ever led the league in both categories.
And Nia Butts knocks the ball out of bounds. Whose is it? It's Alabama's.
Alabama needs to score in the next possession.
Run long. It's an 11-1 run for Tennessee since the game was tied at 15.
This is what Tennessee does to you. Makes their runs, makes life tough.
Alabama has not scored in 4.5 minutes. Canny trying to do something about that. Short on it. Tips it up herself. No. Out of bounds, and a foul is called. And the foul is going to be on Tennessee. If it's on Catchings, that's 3 of them.
And as a coach, if you're Rick Moody right now, you're awfully concerned about the frustration that's setting in. Rick is saying to himself, they're carrying the ball to the hole. We're getting good shots, but we cannot convert those. And so in turn, your players begin to try a little too hard instead of just relaxing and playing their game.
The foul was not on Catchings. It was on Jolly, her second. Canty at the line. It rolls in. 6 points first half for Dominique Canty, and that gets Alabama off that 16-point mark they've been stuck on for 5 minutes. Misty Green now into the lineup. She and Brittany Ezell are great friends. In fact, they got together last night. Brittany came over to Misty's apartment, played AAU ball together. They're both from Middle Tennessee. They talk all the time.
I don't think they're thinking about their friendship right now, though.
Nope. Clement rebounds the missed shot. Canty now 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Green is a great shooter. Pass down low. Holzclaw spin around shot, no good. Jones rebounds it for Alabama, and she's fouled. They swarm you when you get the ball. You better get rid of it.
Yeah, what Alabama must do is rebound the ball out of it like they're going to run the break, but then not run the break. But you got to get it out of all of those people swarming around you, hacking at you, going after the ball.
That's the first foul on Nia Butts. What a job Rick Moody's done at this program. His first 2 years won 16-12 and 17-12 in the rebuilding process, and since then they've skyrocketed. They're one of the premier teams in the country.
Southeastern Conference just has great coaches everywhere. Every team has a very good coach. We have 2 of the best right here, and Coach Moody and Coach Pat Summitt.
Last 6 years, he's won 22, 23, 22, 26, 22, 24, and 25 games. That's outstanding consistency. Jones,
the coach on the other bench, has won a few more.
That's right. 4 points for Jones. And now it's 26-19, so Alabama creeping close again. Butts goes out, and Samika Randall comes in. So Nia Butts comes in and gives Tennessee some good minutes off the bench.
Somebody asked me today, one of the ushers here, do I miss this atmosphere and coaching in this league? I said, I miss my friends. I don't miss coaching against the best coaches in the country.
Top of the key, Catchings. Slip, but keeps possession. Now to Randall. She loves to drive. Baseline, reverse layup, foul. Blocking foul on Alabama.
Randall,
yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Randall penetrates to the basket, has an impossible shot on a reverse layup. Then she's bailed out by Alabama committing a foul and giving her 2 free throws.
Third foul on Goss. Pat Summitt saw Samika Randall as a freshman in high school and knew right then and there she wanted to recruit her. Just loved her game, loved her intensity, loved the way she played. She was from the same high school that produced Vonda Ward, a former Lady Ball, Trinity High School up in Cleveland, Ohio. 2 free throws for Samika Randall, and Pat Summitt's team has built back a 9-point advantage. Tennessee trying to go 9-0 in the SEC and leading by 9 against the Crimson Tide.
Next Sunday will determine between those 2 teams which one goes to the NCAA playoffs to a degree, and one of them may have to stay at home. If they can't win that game, it'll be about 7,000 of those Lady Razorbacks in there yelling and going crazy.
Arkansas won last night. As you just saw, here's a run out. Dominique Canty. That's a play they've been trying to run all day.
That's a play that I still think Alabama has to use to win the game. You got to make them pay a price. When you shoot a layup, they won't pressure from up.
7-point Tennessee lead. Under 4 minutes to go first half. Randall loves to drive again, so you got to stay in front of her.
Do not let Tennessee penetrate if you can.
Randall up and under, short, and throws it up and draws a foul. Will go to the line, got a finger in the eye. Last night, we said the Arkansas Razorbacks beat Kentucky 79-63. And also last night, the Auburn Tigers won against LSU. Big win for Joe Champy's team. Also, South Carolina knocked off Ole Miss. That's last night's action. Randall misses at the free throw line. Well, you got Van Tennessee in an uncharacteristically cold shooting day.
Shooting 33%. When Randall drove to the basket, you got to block her out. Don't give her a second shot.
Ezell trying to throw it long again. Remember, she's a shortstop in baseball, so she's got a good arm. Now a whistle, and an Alabama player is down. Latrice Jones is down. She's holding her left leg. see that, Van.
I did not. I'm thinking I don't think it's an ankle or a knee. I just think two players, one of the Tennessee and one of the Alabama players, ran together. And
they bumped knees or something?
Yeah. I'm hoping for the best.
So they're going to help the junior out of Huntsville to her feet. Again, we've mentioned before she's had some ankle problems since she's been at Alabama. And she's just trying to catch her breath right now. They're going to help her up, so looks like she's all right.
Alabama's hanging tough with 3:19 to go in the game. In the half, brother.
That's good news. Looks like for Latrice Jones. Alabama will still have the basketball with 29 seconds on the shot clock. All 10 players in backcourt. Alabama trying to get it to Brittany Ezell with Misty Green right on her. So the two good friends play on 1-on-1 in front of 20,000. They'll tell their kids about that in a few years.
It won't make any difference. Whoever's got the floor did the best job.
Channing right to the basket. 10 points for Dominique. What a move. Back the other way, Holtzclaw over Ezell. Nope. 4 for 12 now. Shamiqua Holtzclaw shooting. The held ball goes to Alabama. The tie down 6 with the ball under 3 minutes to go.
With Mills on the bench.
Channing just letting the clock wind down. Now she'll bring it across. Gives to Duncan, now to Ezell. Brittany Ezell, now to Kenny, and they swing it. Ezell's first 3 of the day. No good. Backside rebound. Cobble. And she lost it. Ace Clement comes out of there with it.
Tennessee running.
No look pass, and Holtzclaw is bumped by Brittany Ezell.
I'm thinking that's a good foul. Because if you don't commit that foul, she's going to convert that play. She's too athletic.
Actually, the foul is on Duncan. So Pam Duncan gets the foul. That'll be her first. 2:25 to go, and Shamiqua Holtzclaw steps up. Two-time SEC Player of the Week, and she misses. Holtzclaw not shooting well today. Again, we said 4 of 12 from the field, 0 of 1 at the free throw line. Misty Green goes out, and Teresa Jeter is back in.
Mills is on the bench for Alabama with 3 fouls. They're just trying to hold on to halftime and try to get her back for the second half.
9 points now for Shamiqua Holtzclaw. Tennessee backs off the press this time, and Alabama will slowly bring it up with Dominique Canty. Remember, this is a Tennessee team averaging 93 points per game in SEC competition.
And Tennessee's in a zone. Alabama's still going to take their time. Not a little clock. Reverse the basketball.
Goss looks up the 3, is blocked by Holtzclaw, and here comes Tennessee on a 4-on-3. Holtzclaw, easy.
Blocked the shot, run out. Looked like old Boston Celtic basketball there for a little bit. And you're not for Boston, are you? They're not your favorite pro team at the bottom.
I've got my Boston Celtic underwear on right now.
All right, the man lost the Celtics.
That's right. Holtzclaw now with 11 points. And Alabama, Duncan bangs the ball off Catchings to save possession. They're kind of like the spider, aren't they? They kind of lure you into the trap, don't they?
But Tennessee has a rule. Ball goes in the corner. We're going to double it at all times. You cannot get it back out. Somebody's got to come meet the ball for Alabama. They're all going away from the ball.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Ezell looked at a 3, didn't take it. Canty lost it going up, and she was fouled. Foul is called. Ace Clement thought she had a clean steal, but the foul is going to be called, and for Clement, that's her second foul.
And Coach Pat Summit, when Nan made the call, she was like a shot out cannon. She came out, Bob, tough, like a firework.
Oh, yes, bottle rocket.
Oh. But looking at the replay, she did foul her. She grabbed her on the arm. She pulled her hand back as if to say, I didn't mean to.
Canty at the line. She's got 10.
But I admire Ralph that can come in here in front of 20,000 people and make the call.
I just said, well, June said she got all ball. What are you doing calling that? Back into the game is Latrice Jones. That's good news. She went out just a moment ago with that leg injury.
What I like about Ralph, they'll always say, Coach, I'll watch it next time. That's just the way to get you off of their backbone.
Canny's second one, good. Great free throw shooter. She's got 12 points on the day. It's a 7-point Tennessee lead. Clement, good look, Holzclaw, puts it up and in.
Ace Clement is as good a passer as I've seen for a young player. She has not shot the ball very much, but I think she's a great shooter, but she's a better passer.
34-25. Alabama had closed within 6 and had the ball, but now suddenly Tennessee jumps back out by 9 with 1 minute to go. Alabama 0 for 3 from three-point range. Canny, no. Whistle, foul over the back.
A penetration. She has to move. She's a player that can just take it to the basket. She's so excited.
That's the third foul on Tamika Catching. She'll leave, and LaShonda Stevens is back in. She'll come in after the free throw attempt. It'll be 2 now on the line for Latrice Jones. It's a 9-point Tennessee lead. There's Dominique, 12 first-half points. She hasn't really shot that well either, though. No. She's 4 of 12 from the field, but 4 of 6 at the line and 5 rebounds. Jones hits.
If you're Alabama, you're trying to go into at halftime with a 6 or 7 point differential so that you can be a positive coach at halftime and deal with the game from that point of view.
Well, if you're under 10, you're within striking distance.
Oh, yes, especially on the road in the Southeastern Conference.
Jones going for her 6th point. Alabama 10 and now 13 from the free throw line this half. And Tennessee with the ball quickly in front court. Clement, crossover against Canny. Scoop shot, whistle, bumping foul on the baseline. That'll be against Jones.
Every Tennessee player wants to ball fake and carry it to the hole. What a team of players that can do that.
Van, what advantage the Pat Summit's team has? They have 4 players, basically, when they get a rebound, they can bring it up. Well, a lot of teams only have maybe 1 or 2.
Most teams have to pass the ball to the point player because they don't want the ball to be thrown away. Tennessee lets anybody handle it except Jeter and
Stevens.
And Stevens. Everybody else can handle it.
Clement hit them both. Now it's a 10-point game. Alabama's got to shoot because there's a differential in the shot clock, which is now at 24. Big possession here. You can either be double digits or under, or if you don't hit here, Tennessee might push it out. Ezell, a quick 3, rattles out, and Stevens rebounds. Randall brings it up. Tennessee can take the last shot of the half. Shot clock is off. That's the game clock lower right.
They are going to take the last shot, and it's a great move.
3-point shot. Holzclaw. That's a dagger. Shamika Holzclaw with 16 points. Canny from midcourt tries to answer and can't do it. Alabama had a chance to slice the lead, but Shamika Holzclaw's big 3-point shot in the closing seconds sends Tennessee to the locker room with a 13-point advantage. Number 1, Tennessee, led by Shamika Holzclaw, leading Alabama. Our halftime activities from Knoxville in just a moment. Able to build up this lead here at halftime by 13. What is Alabama talking about in the locker room?
Do not turn the ball over so much. As I look at the stats, Alabama is ahead in rebounding. Their field goal percentage is very close. The difference in the game is Tennessee's committed 4 turnovers. Alabama has committed 15. That's 11 possessions. Basically, you figure a point of possession, that's 11 points. That's the basketball game.
Let's look at some highlights from the first half. Of course, Dominique Canny came in and took it right at Tennessee around.
Early, they ran to 1-4. She spin dribbles, goes up. Outstanding move into the basket for Alabama. And then once they doubled, when she started doing that, Tennessee made an adjustment, coaching double. Here's Ace Clements carrying the ball in and scoring and getting fouled.
Tennessee, one of the best passing teams in America. Great pass, Clement to Holzclaw.
Ace Clements can pass the basketball. I'm really high on her passing. She probably thinks that I would like you to talk about my shooting, Van Chancellor.
She likes the assist, though, too. Do you see the shooting in the first half? 38% for Tennessee, 35% for Alabama. Free throw shooting, Tennessee's missed 6 of them, Bama 3. Alabama, usually a very good 3-point shooting team, hasn't hit one. And Van, there's the turnovers you touched on.
But the reason Alabama has not shot any threes, Tennessee's breathing down their neck so much. You can't get a shot off when somebody's standing right in front of you at all times. You see Holtzclaw catching as usual, leading the way, and Dominique Kenny has 12 for Alabama. Defensively, Alabama's played pretty well.
I thought overall Alabama's played well. You can, if you're Alabama, you can't wish for many more things except fewer turnovers, better opportunities to score, more than 26 points. Everything has gone your way except doing that. If you're Tennessee now, I think Tennessee's probably talking to their players like they did last Sunday against Vandy, saying we've got to become a more intensified team. I think they'll go back to their four-court press in the second half.
Last two games in SEC play, Tennessee has roared out after halftime to 19-20 starts. We'll see how Alabama handles it today. Second half coming up. Lady Vols and the Crimson Tide. Close to 20,000 again watching women's basketball at the Thompson Building Arena. And again, a big play at the end of the first half. Shamika Holtzclaw's three-point shot gives them a lead at halftime of 13, 39-26. You see the Lady Vol attendance. It's been terrific all season long. Old Dominion comes in this week. They say they still have 300 tickets available. They're going to sell it out, 25,000 for that.
Those 300 tickets are a mile up. You need binoculars if you want to see there, but come on out and be a part of the great crowd here.
Holtzclaw, 7 of 15 from the field, 3 rebounds, an assist, 16 points to lead Tennessee, and Lady Vols will have it first.
First 3 minutes for Alabama is crucial in this game in the second half.
Tennessee has blitzed the last two teams in here, Vanderbilt and Georgia, and they start now. Holtzclaw misses, Catchings brings it back out, resets. Jolly to Holtzclaw in the corner. Now to Jeter, the ball knocked away, Jolly gets it back. Penetrates, 10-footer. Rolls off, Holtzclaw back up and in.
Outstanding offensive rebounding basketball team.
So Tennessee strikes first, and the lead, the biggest of the game, 15. Ezel for 3, no good. And Jeter rebounds. One shot for Alabama. Tennessee's getting 3 and 4 at the other end.
Alabama run one of those plays that they used to run against me, against the Ole Miss. Ezel off of a triple screen for a 3.
Catchings can't connect. And now Canny almost surprised by Shamika Randall.
When you're on the floor against Tennessee, you better be watching and looking at all games.
It was one of Tennessee's worst shooting games in the first half, right around 35%. Mills, turnaround jumper, good. Nice play. They've got to get her more involved.
I think that's the key. I thought what hurt Alabama in the first half was her 3 fouls and getting sit down so long.
Randall behind the back on the crossover, but can't finish, and a foul is called, and Randall will go to the line.
Alabama's having a little trouble after scoring, getting back and stopping the Tennessee quick hitting fast break. In other words, they just shot a little bitty 8-footer after Alabama scores. You've got to stop them from doing that.
I think the foul is on Goss. If that's true, that's her 4th. Randall at the line hits. Randall held with just 3 free throws in the first half, no baskets. And she's got now 5 points on the day. Shamika Randall. And again, Alabama the run out. Canny gets ahead, lays it up and in.
I don't think there was anybody for Tennessee back then. And, that's what I'm talking about. Alabama scores, and then they're back on defense giving up easy baskets.
Holtzclaw gets her 20th point. So Alabama scores, and 3 seconds later, a basket by Tennessee. Holtzclaw picks up the foul as she bumps Brittany Ezel, her second.
That was not a very intelligent foul. She's out 45 feet from the basket and just reached in, and I think she realized that.
I think she was going to try and sneak a steal out of there and
shoot a layup on the other end.
Yep, and Ezel just caught her. Jeter might have got away with a hack there. Canny gets the ball. Dominique. Double team, puts it up, bad shot, Jolly rebounds. Try to draw foul.
Tennessee defense will force you to do that kind of stuff.
Catchings in a hurry. Banks it off the glass, and Goss rebounds.
Alabama's getting back on defense, but they're not turned around enough to see the Tennessee players coming at them. They must get back, turn their heads, and pick up the offensive player.
Tennessee leads by 15. Now they put Shamika Randall on Canny. The first half, Shamika Holzclaw had her. Canny takes it to the basket. Nice move to the left hand.
She may be a little much for the freshman right now, but I think they're just trying to wear her out by using different players.
45-32, Lady Vols by 13. Alabama led by 6 in the first half. Jeter, power move, can't finish. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to be to Alabama. Randall was out of bounds and tried to sneak back in, and June Cartel won't let that get by.
Oh, yeah, miss official for 1995, 6, 7, and 8.
Right in front of her.
She wasn't going to miss that call.
No, Randall didn't argue. Gave the ball right back, and here we go. 13 points, the lead with 17 minutes to go. Tennessee gunning for its 29th straight win. Ezel and Holzclaw picks off the pass. Guns it up court. That's intercepted by Canny.
She looked like John Elway then. Got a little careless.
And now a push-off foul against Dominique Canny. So Canny picks up the foul. That'll be her first. Check that second foul.
This is still a crucial time for the Alabama team. Down 13. The game is still here. Make the plays.
You see Canny with a foul. And now Jolly crossover, drops it down low. Jeter goes in, whistle. And a tripping foul called on Alabama. A trip is on Jones. And Jones picks up her fourth foul. Going to the line will be Teresa Jeter. Pam Duncan's going to come in for Alabama to replace Jones. Jeter short on the shot.
I think on that call, Rick Moody would like to know why one official 2 feet from the ball did not make the call. But I don't agree with that. I don't necessarily think that. I think this. If it's a call out there, I don't care where the ball is, and I don't care where you are. You're part of the crew. Make the call. You're 40 feet from the basket. Make the call.
Jeter hits her third point, and it's 46-32. Holzclaw right on Brittany Ezel.
They're using a taller player, longer arm, trying to suffocate her, not making the passing lanes tough.
Again, Alabama patient. Canny's going to go one-on-one against the freshman. Beat her last time. Holzclaw comes over to help. Canny, a little bit out of control, but draws the foul, the pushing foul on Shamika Randall.
I do think that out on the floor, it's really questionable if she's hand-checking. I think that's a very difficult call for a ref to make. Let me say that first. But as I look at that play development, it's awfully tough to decide what is hand-checking.
Pass, baseline, Jones hits. Tennessee hadn't turned its head around on that one, and Jones got a bucket on the baseline, 46-34.
Alabama's completely zoning at this time, making Tennessee beat them from outside.
Kelly Jolly in the corner. Randall finds the seam, the ball knocked away, and out of bounds. It'll still be Tennessee's. Quick hands inside by Latrice Jones.
Tennessee does a great job of getting a player in the short corner, dribbling, reversing the ball, and hitting that player.
The Tennessee lead is 12. Alabama and the Lady Vols, 15:40 to go in the game. Tennessee leads by 12. Alabama holds Tennessee to its lowest field goal percentage in the first half all season. Pat Summitt's team, though, maintains the lead and has the ball.
Tennessee's unable to pressure them and get those easy layups.
Shot clock at 3 at 2. Canny knocks it out of bounds. Tennessee will have 3 seconds on the shot clock. And you watch Holzclaw. Canny's checking her on the baseline. Randall throws it to her. She's going to shoot it. At the buzzer, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds to Alabama.
What an advantage for you in women's basketball with the shot clock less than 5 seconds, being able to get the ball inbound and that player getting a shot without any help whatsoever. And that's what Holzclaw can do.
Here's Canny working against Randall again. Now back to Brittany Ezell. She'll bring it up against Shamika Holzclaw. One change in Holzclaw's game. She's really worked on her defense this year and playing the point guard today, Ezell. Now the double team. And Alabama's being very cautious here. Duncan from the corner, no good. Goss got a hand on it, but Randall comes up with a loose ball. Samika Randall to the basket. Tough shot, and she scored it.
What a basketball play. What a challenge. The reason Alabama does not want to take the three-point shot, for the very reason that you just witnessed. Shoot the ball, it bounces long, Tennessee runs, an easy basket, converted. As she drives to the basket, she has such balance with the ball, control of her body, of every move.
Randall gets the three-point play, and just like that, Tennessee builds it back to 15.
And anytime you score, get a free throw, then jump out and press, it's just so hard on the other team mentally.
And Alabama has to use a 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout, 14:51 to go in the game, with Tennessee leading 49-34 over Alabama. Tennessee for the game, 15 of 41 from the field, 36%. Alabama shooting 20 of 30 from the, 12 of 30 from the field, 40%. But a key for Alabama, Alabama has not made a three-pointer today. They're 0 for 6. Women's play today, Mississippi State, Sharon Fanning's team, beats Andy Landers and the Georgia Bulldogs 79-75. State goes to 4-6 in the SEC, 12-9 overall. They're still alive.
What a game for Mississippi State. Sharon Fanning and Steve Curtis, who used to be my assistants down there. Now I'm proud for both of them today.
Stacey Ferris at 21 of the game, by the way, from Mississippi State. So Sharon Fanning doing a great job in Starkville. Jones inside, hooks it up, no good. Rebound. Alabama, they'll bring it back out. Good work inside by Duncan. Ezell down the lane, kicks it off. Three-point shot, short, and a whistle and a push. And the foul's going to be on Alabama. That foul will be on Latrice Jones.
There are many candidates for Coach of the Year in the SEC this year, Bob. I think Sharon Fanning's one of them.
Tell you what, she's doing a great job. That's the second foul on Jones.
On the road. Second foul. Another three from the corner, did not make it. Fast break opportunity for Tennessee. I am amazed at the Tennessee patience on offense, especially with young players and great players.
Jacksings to Jolly from the corner, no good. Holzclaw with those long arms, keeps it alive, gives it to Jeter, who scores. Unselfish.
Somebody's asked me, how does this team rank? I don't know. Time will tell, but I think there is as good a passing basketball team as I've ever watched, especially inside.
Jacksings with the quick hands. Now Chaney is trapped out front. Chaney down the lane. A runner is good by Dominique Chaney. What an explosive move by the Alabama All-American.
Key basket, too. Cutting it back down to 15 points. That's hard to believe when you say cutting it back to 15, but against Tennessee, that's important.
Catchings, she'll fire. Quick release, got it. That's a three for Tamika Catchings. That's the second three-point shot in the game for Tennessee. Holzclaw had the one right before the end of the first half, remember. Duncan clears it out. Goss for three. That's Alabama's first three.
Anytime you have a great basket on one end, you got to answer it on the other end. I think Alabama has to penetrate, kick the ball out, and shoot some threes.
54-39, still a 15-point lead as both teams trade trays. Catchings, up and under move. Can't finish it, and Duncan rebounds for the tie.
Running our 1-4 out with Kenny on the point, running some clock, going to dribble penetrate on the freshman.
Shot clock ticks down to 10, and that's when Chaney's going to go. She might have held the ball a little bit. 7-6, Chaney again at the basket, scoop shot, draws a foul with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
I think Rick Moody, outstanding strategy, young man. Spreading them out, driving to the basket, making them play one-on-one. Tennessee, Pat Summitt will counter that right now in a minute by doubling her. Rick likes the way the game is going right now. He'd like to be a little closer. That three-point game shot we were talking about, if we just take it away.
You're watching SEC Women's Basketball on Fox Sports Net. I'm Bob Kessler along with Van Chancellor here at the arena in Knoxville as Dominic Canty knocks down her 19th point. Catchings has just picked up her 4th foul, and she will leave the game.
And that's a key part of this basketball game because she's the real thing.
A lot of firepower for Tennessee goes on the bench. Remember, Tyra Elsie injured her ACL in the first half, so Tennessee now has Catchings and Elsie on the bench, and Dominic Canty goes for 20 points.
Catchings is not only a Freshman of the Year candidate in the SEC, but she will be a national candidate for Freshman of the Year.
Orlando pushes it up quickly. Now Ace Clement back into the game. Randall working against Goss. Takes it in, lost it, out of bounds to Alabama. And a timeout is going to be asked for. Alabama hanging around as Tennessee leads the Tide by 14. Alabama has the ball when we come back.
When it comes to college athletics, fan support can mean the difference between winning and losing. If you know of a student athlete that has an interest in your favorite school, make the right play. Contact the school's coaching staff. Athletic department officials are the only representatives allowed by NCAA regulations to participate in the recruiting process. Failure to follow these guidelines could ultimately mean the end of the game, both for the student athlete and your school. The Southeastern Conference, teaming up to make a difference.
Wake up your party and the neighbors serve house rockin' nachos loaded with spicy Hormel chili. Goes out of the bowl, game's out of control. It's late in the day, the team is hungry. Mom makes spicy Hormel chili. She serves, she scores! Goes in or out of the bowl, it's out of control.
Dear BP, what if you had special trucks that could turn into gas stations? Then we could buy what we need and get to where we're going a lot faster. Signed, Dan.
Dear Dan, we like to keep people moving, from pay at the pump to fast BP shops. P.S. We sent your letter to our engineering group. BP, we keep you moving.
Next Saturday, join us for SEC men's basketball here on SEC TV. The Florida Gators against the Georgia Bulldogs. Florida, of course, has had an outstanding season. Georgia struggled a bit, but the Bulldogs try and get back on track. Next Saturday, 4 o'clock Eastern, you see Dominic Canty. She's been in double figures every game, 16 20-point games for her this year if she can get one more. She's got 19 points on the day, and Holtzclaw with 20. What a shootout those two have had.
What a great game for both of them.
Canty with the ball again. Good look inside. Duncan goes up and puts it in.
Tennessee, after a timeout, came out and half-court trapped. I've never seen Tennessee run so many multiple defensive sets. Must be doing well. They're leading the SEC in defense.
12-point game. Jeter to Ace Clement. Clement against Canty. Can't get in. Jolly penetrates. Baseline whistle, and a blocking foul is called on Alabama.
Jolly drives baseline, and Duncan picks up the charge. Holtzclaw drives in. Jolly penetrates, and it was a block. She didn't get there in time.
11:16 to go. Holtzclaw on the inbounds. Up and under move to go. 22 for Holtzclaw.
You get in a tight game, play it at home, your team is not shooting the ball well, and your best player steps up and gets the job done.
Canty baseline. She answers
Every time, 21 points.
12-point game again. Tennessee in front court. Pass inside, knocked away by Goss. So Alabama now has a chance to cut it to 10. Tennessee led at halftime by 13. And This crowd is a little bit nervous here.
For the first time in a long time, Tennessee's running a zone because of the foul problem of Kitchens, trying to give her a little time to come back.
Canny gets it in low to Mills. Mills double team, forces the shot off the glass. Duncan in, puts it up, and it gets the bounce.
Mills shot a tough shot. Duncan bailed her out by rebounding and sticking it back in.
It's a 10-point game. And Alabama, the longer they stay in it, the more confident they get, the better they play. Now a whistle and a holding foul away from the ball. Pam Duncan going to be called for holding Shamiqua Holtzclaw. That puts Alabama over the limit. And so Holtzclaw will step to the line, a 77% free throw shooter.
And the Tennessee fans are worried for the first time since they played Illinois and Connecticut. But that's good for this team in this situation. If you want to win a championship, you got to learn how to play under pressure in close games.
Holtzclaw to the strike. 77% free throw shooter and nails it. She's got 23. And then she saw her scoring average 21.5 points a game, but in SEC competition, she's averaging 25 points a game.
I've always thought great players love the competition. They step up.
Mills gets the rebound, and Alabama's got the ball. That is now 8 rebounds on the day for Tasha Mills.
She could be a big-time player. She has the attributes. She's got to learn to come out and play. She's been physically tough today.
Alabama in absolutely no hurry right now. And Jolly gets a foot, like a stick save. And here's Tennessee running out. Randall. Alabama doesn't handle the pressure. And just like that, 2 quick points.
And it's constant. Tennessee, throughout the game, is putting pressure on you in one form or another.
Ross with it, now to Canny again. Mills, she's going to fire and hit. Tough shot.
Big-time shot.
That's 10 points for Mills in the game.
Keep people in your face. Fall-away jumper.
She's been a scoring threat against LSU. We mentioned she had 18, but Holtzclaw answers back the other end. 25 for her.
Mills let her go because of foul trouble. And that's what I think is a key to any game. Other players are in foul trouble. They won't defend as well.
Duncan passed up the 3. Canny explodes. Gives it to Mills again. Fall away. Bounces off. Jeter rebounds. Under 9 minutes to go. Now they isolate Holtzclaw down low on Duncan. She finds Clement cutting through, but can't get the shot off. Again, they're going to isolate her. This is kind of the Chicago Bulls triangle offense Tennessee is running. Now a whistle and a traveling violation on Ace Clement. Then Tennessee, the coaching staff, has spent some time over the last couple of years with the Chicago Bulls staff. Phil Jackson learning the triangle offense, and it's really worked well for him.
It's a very good offense, especially when you have great wing players like in Kitchens and Holtzclaw. I think those are the type that is suited for it. Some people have tried it without those type of players and have become fired over the situation, but it's not going to happen here. But with this personnel that really love that offense, and it suits them.
Jolly almost got a steal. Canny gets it to Duncan. Canny penetrates and fires, rattles out. Catchings gets a rebound. Back into the game with 4 fouls. Up court, Clement backs it back out, too far under. Now she goes again. The ball slapped out of her hands. It'll still be Tennessee's ball with 21 seconds on the shot clock. What a game it's been this afternoon. Tennessee's had the advantage the whole second half, but they can't shake Alabama. It's a 13-point Lady Ball lead, getting late in Knoxville. .48 Van right now. Alabama just needs to make some plays.
They have to make some offensive basketball plays and cut it down 2 or 3 points at a time in these last 7 minutes.
Catchings trying to do something about that. Follow is good. What a move.
What a play. Tennessee just has so many different weapons to come at you.
Catchings with 15, and the lead is 15.
I think an outstanding move by Pat Summitt is the 2-3 zone that they're now playing, trying to solve some of their foul trouble, the loss of Elgin, all those type of plays. A good coaching move.
And Alabama's not been able to hit the threes today. They're 1 for 8. Ross has one from the corner. Missed that one. Foul on the boards. Jones short-armed it a bit. Catchings, Randall had it, lost it. Canny gets fouled going up. Well, Alabama really battled that time.
I'll give Alabama credit for just the fight. They've never quit. They've been down 15 points. Rick Moody's team has not given in. A lot of teams have, as you can evident by the scores that you see lately.
Chaney has been outstanding all season for Alabama. And goes back to the strike. She had 24 against Mississippi State, 20 against Northwestern State, 25 against Kentucky, and 17 in the last game against LSU. And today, she adds her 22nd point.
I like the Alabama team so much better than I did when we had them in Arkansas. Dave Neal and they have really improved. They've got their act together. They kind of defined their roles, and they're playing very, very well at this time.
Pushing foul against Pam Duncan. And Duncan picks up the foul. Rick Moody, I don't think he has a hard time believing that one. So Alabama will see Tennessee go to the other end.
Looking at that expression, I would think he'd have a hard time believing that call.
Fourth foul on Pam Duncan. She goes out, and Mills comes back in with 4 fouls.
I thought the foul situation for the game, Catchings, Mills, and Duncan, has really hurt Alabama because Tennessee's had greater depth.
Stevens at the line. Not a good free throw shooter. Misses that one. Mills gets the rebound. 7 minutes to go. And Alabama down by 14 with a basketball.
Still a lot of time left when you're only down 14.
Chaney finds Ezell. Brittany takes it in the lane, and a holding foul is going to be called on Ace Clement.
That's politicking for a call, and I don't blame her. I would have done the same thing. Is there any coach in America that dresses any nicer than Pat Summitt does, Bob?
Well, you dress pretty nice.
I'm not in the league with her.
Got a lot of ball, but also got her with the body. Mills in the lane. Little jump shot. No good. Catchings goes up. Gets the rebound, and Tennessee runs again. 6.5 minutes to go. Catchings, Clement baseline, no good. Wrong rebound saved by Stevens, and Tennessee gets a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock.
Tennessee has 3 freshmen on the floor.
Pass inside, bad pass. Jolly thought Catchings was going toward the basket. She went away, and Alabama gets the turnover. Alabama needs to score some buckets now.
They have to right now. They're a crucial part of the game for them.
Pass down low. Jones hooks it up and in.
Nice move.
Patrice Jones with 9, one of her better games of the year.
Every time Tennessee tries to shake his Alabama team, Alabama won't go away.
Stevens double team, throws it out front to Catchings. Tennessee, of course, now using some clock as well. That's the shot clock at 5. Jolly forces, misses, and Tanner rebounds. Well, if Alabama can get a 3 here, it's a single-digit game as we've had down the last 5 minutes.
Alabama still likes where they are. They just need to score.
Now a whistle inside. A foul is going to be called on the shot to Stevens, going for the steal. That'll only be the 6th team foul on Tennessee. So not a shooting foul for Alabama. 2nd foul on the shot to Stevens. Now Duncan comes back in. Holzclaw got about a 4-minute break. She's back in for Stevens.
Alabama's running dribble penetration at the point guard, trying to take away the Tennessee cutting of the passing lane, and that's how they're trying to enter the ball into the post, is from dribble penetration from Brittany Ezell from the point to the wing.
Ezell throws it inside, and Randall pushes and picks up the foul. Man, Tennessee is so aggressive in the way they attack the ball. Sometimes even when they don't make contact, you can get a foul, but that's the risk you play when you go so aggressive.
Yes, but when you play that way, you just create so many opportunities for your team and put so much pressure on your opposition.
Foul is on Samika Randall. Pat Summitt calls time. Her team leads by a dozen with under 5 minutes to go. The Lady Vols seeking to go 23-0 on the season. Kenny at the line trying to make it a 10-point game. Kenny, terrific today, going for her 23rd point.
This is as good as I've seen her play in 3 years. But I've always thought this. If you're supposed to be your team's best player, you've got to get in the big games and step up and play that way.
10-point game. Close as Alabama's been this half, with now just under 5 minutes to go.
You know, you take away, I keep saying this, the three that Hosklaw made right before halftime when you got it down to 7. That was a key play for this whole game.
Catchings to Randall. And a steal by Kenny. Kenny takes it down for the layup. Man, let's bring up a point here. Tennessee's not been in this position very much. A 10-point game, or now 8 points with 4.5 minutes to go.
Late in the game. Yeah, this is a test of where they are and where they need to be.
Let's see if Tennessee can execute. Jeter down low against Mills and powers it in.
What a play. Outstanding play.
That's the Tennessee hold right there. You bang it into the big girls down low.
I've always said talent overtakes experience. Tennessee has 4 freshmen on the floor and the key point of the game.
4 minutes to go. Man, can Alabama use this much clock now?
It is getting very, very close. Somewhere in here, they're going to have to take it in and play.
On a baseline, big shot by Mills. Again, it's an 8-point game with 3:43 to go. Hosklaw, pull a jump shot over Kenny, and Kenny got her on the wrist. So Kenny picks up the foul. That's 4 of them on Dominique Kenny.
When Hosklaw goes to the left with the ball box, pulls up and shoots the ball. She's just very, very difficult to guard, and it's just a move that her height is so hard on people guarding her.
Hosklaw fires and hits. She is on course to become the all-time leading scorer in Tennessee history. Coming into the game, needed 590 points to catch Bridget Gordon. And today, she got 27 as she hits both of those. It's a 10-point game.
Tennessee now full-court pressing.
Ezell trying to get it in, and does to Duncan. Ezell brings it into front court. 10-point game. Ezell, whistle, and a holding foul on Tennessee, and Brittany Ezell will go to the line. Man, we made the same comment during the timeout. Brittany Ezell has played every minute today, hadn't taken a break, and she's still now with 3.5 minutes to go. She's the one that Alabama trusts to bring the ball up.
Yeah, she's the one that has to make the plays, keep from turning the ball over. I think we're reaching a point now that I don't know how much clock Alabama can run with 3:24 down, 9. She'll make the free throw. She's one of the best that's ever been in the SEC at making free throws. It'll be an 8-point game, and somewhere in here you got to go up and go to the basket.
One game this year, she had 8 3-point shots in a single contest. Alabama could use a couple 3-pointers down the stretch from Ezell. She misses the shot, and Hosklaw saves it on the baseline. So it's a 9-point game with 3:15 to go. Let's see how much clock Tennessee runs this time.
I don't want to jinx another free throw shooter. I thought she'd make it.
Christine Clement calls out play number 1. You would have to think they'll look for Hosklaw. Randall did a little hop step, but draws the foul.
Tennessee ran their age-old box play that I think I've seen them run for the last 15 years. That's great penetration, a play that Pat Summitt loves, and actually a play that he's in Houston now. To a degree.
Did you steal it from him?
Well, I don't want to say that. I'll just say I borrowed it from him.
Ezell got the foul. That's a first. Randall at the line. Hits. So the Meeks all in double figures again today. Randall with 11, Holtzclaw with 27, and Catchings with 15. Randall hits them both.
Alabama will have to take the ball to the basket at this point in time because they're down 10 with 2:58.
They got to get it in. Up court, Canty racing with Catchings, takes it in and scores. Catchings backed off. She's got 4 fouls.
Nice no foul.
28 for Catchings.
I like that on a player.
For Canty, excuse me. 28 for Canty. Alabama cuts it to 9.
Tennessee now runs some clocks. With a 9-point lead, Alabama will have to come out. They cannot allow them to run the clock down.
This is the old Dean Smith four-corner right here.
With Holtzclaw taking the shot here at 10. Let the clock runs out.
Randall fires. No good. Alabama, Catchings is fouled out. 5 fouls on Catchings, and now Alabama will shoot free throws.
With a 9-point lead, the one thing you do not want to do is to take a foul, let the other team go to the other end and shoot 2 free throws without any time running. But that's a freshman mistake. She will learn from that play.
And now Rick Moody decides he needs to talk about things. So, Catchings is fouled out. Kyra Elzy is out with a knee injury. Tennessee losing players and losing its lead. It's a 9-point Lady Ball advantage, 2:21 to go. Lots of time in Knoxville. Top-ranked Tennessee, 69-60 over the Crimson Tide. 20-game home winning streak now being threatened by Alabama. Alabama came into the game, as we mentioned, playing its best basketball of the season, having won 5 straight and 7 out of 8. Now, Tasha Mills, who has scored 12 points today, but only a 50% free throw shooter, steps up for her first toss of the day. She could cut the Tennessee lead down to 8.
Huge free throw in the game.
High arching shot and good. Boy, Mills has come up big today for Alabama.
Convert this free throw. You're down to 7 with 2:21. Great position to be in.
She's been in double figures 7 straight games. Missed that one. Gina rebounds. 8-point game. Tennessee with the ball. Will they run clock?
They'll run clock, but this time a different person will shoot the basketball at the end. Holtzclaw will shoot this ball for Tennessee, I think, at the very end. Alabama's double teaming the ball as Tennessee's trying to hold it.
Holtzclaw banks it in. 29 for Holtzclaw. And now a foul in backcourt. Not a good play there. The foul is called. And Ace Clement picks it up. 4th foul on her, but more importantly, it stops the clock.
The clock does not run. And a lot of people will say, well, she didn't foul. But why are you down there? Why let the ref be a human being? Go back on defense. Let the clock run. Make Alabama score at this point in time with a 10-point lead with 1:59.
You're watching SEC Women's Basketball on Fox Sports Net. Bob Tesling, Van Chancellor. This is Tennessee and Alabama. A great old rivalry in all sports. And today, Dominic Canty and Shamiqua Holtzclaw putting on a show. Both have 29. Canty going for a 30th point. Missed it. 29 points for Canty. The lead is 9 with still 1:55 to go.
Tennessee will run clock. Same player that shot the ball last time will shoot it this time for them.
That person being Shamiqua Holtzclaw.
I don't know if Alabama can allow them to hold the ball much longer with only 1:37 to go.
This is the #1 team in the country. Tennessee playing in crunch time with 4 freshmen and a junior. No seniors on this team. There's a whistle and a 30-second shot clock violation.
If I'm Tennessee and I'm Pat, that's not all bad. You did run out the 30-second clock. You didn't get a very good shot, but at least you have a lead.
And Alabama calls timeout. So Brittany Ezell gets to front court, calls timeout. Actually, I said 4 freshmen, only 3 on the floor, and 2 juniors, being Jolly and Holtzclaw. But they have played in the second half, Van, a lot with those 4 freshmen.
Mm-hmm. And with young players like that, they're playing so well. I think they've committed 2 bad fouls. That's because of effort and how hard they want to play.
Catchings is fouled out of the game. She leaves with 15. Kyra Elsie left, if you're just joining us, in the first half with an ACL knee injury. Not known how long she'll be out or whether she will have to have surgery. Catchings over there trying to inspire her teammates. What a brilliant shootout. Man, when you looked at the stats before the game, you thought it was going to be Candy and Holzclaw. They have put on a show.
What a show. As I sat here and watched them play, I realized why I had so much trouble at Ole Miss for the last 2 or 3 years. Playing players like that, they have played so well, and they have just inspired their teammates. Every time a key basket has to be made for their team, Candy for Alabama, Holzclaw for Tennessee, they make the play.
1:20 to go. 71-62. You see the timeouts as Tennessee has 1:20 left and a full timeout. Alabama has 1 20-second timeout.
I don't think timeouts will be a factor. They got enough to make it through. What Alabama has to do, make some shots, make these free throws, press, steal the basketball, and convert those shots at this time.
And if you say, well, who are you going to foul on Tennessee? Holzclaw shooting 77% from the line. Randall, 75%. Jolly, 75%. Ace Clement, 73%. Teresa Jeter, 59%. If you can get Jeter to get the ball, Fowler. But I bet she doesn't touch it.
Yes. Also, at this point in time, this is a great game for both teams, regardless of the outcome. If Tennessee wins, they needed a close game at this time of year. If Alabama comes back and wins or gets beat by this score, this is going to give them confidence. It's going to be good for them in the polls. It's going to be a good loss for them. But if they win, it would be a great win.
And after Tennessee has blown out the last 2 SEC opponents that come in here, he gives the other SEC schools some hope.
Oh, yes, sir, Rick.
Goss, a 3 from the corner. Big shot.
6 with 1:11 to go.
71-65. What a big shot by Leah Goss.
Tremendous ball reversal by the Bama team.
All right, you foul quick.
Right now, I try to steal the ball and play defense till the ball crosses the center line, and then I take a foul.
It's a 2-point or 2-possession game, actually.
You cannot let Tennessee run the clock at this time.
Under a minute to go. Holzclaw against Duncan. Takes her in. Turns. Missed it. Alabama rebounds. It's a 6-point game. Brittany Ezell down the lane, and Jolly knocks it out of bounds. Remember, Alabama only has 1 20-second timeout remaining. They need to save that, don't they?
Yes, Alabama will have to shoot a 3. Somebody somewhere will for them.
Canny inside. Jeter blocks it and fouled it.
Maybe Alabama needs to go inside and get the foul without the clock running. Instead of shooting the 3.
It ran about 3 seconds off the clock.
Remember the 3, Bob, right before halftime of the clock?
Oh, yeah. Holzclaw hit that big 3, made it a 13-point halftime advantage. Dominic Canning. She goes for her 30th point of the day, 9 of 14 from the free throw line.
Alabama has missed key free throws late in the game. They get 2 free throws, make 1, miss 1. And in a close basketball game, that usually just kills you.
They have missed 9 free throws today. Season high for Dominic Canny, 30. Now there's the timeout. Alabama's last time. That's a 20. They're just going to set up their defense.
2-possession game for Alabama. Tennessee's going to run the clock. They're completely out if they have to without a shot, making Alabama foul them. The key to this is Tennessee must get the ball inbound to their best free throw shooter at this time. Not just inbound it to anybody, but their very best. Alabama will have to foul at this point in time.
Look at the intensity on Rick Moody's face. You said win or lose. He's got to be awfully proud of his basketball.
Coming here in front of all of these fans, playing the team has beat people in their last 3 games on just 45, 50 points, and to be a 5-point game with 36 seconds to go, he's got to be extremely proud of his kids at this point in time.
Tennessee trying to get it in. They get it into Jolly. Tennessee going for the steal. Can't get it. Randall backs it back out. How long can Alabama wait to foul?
They've got to foul somebody in a hurry.
Clement penetrates and they foul her. Goss gets her.
They might have waited a little bit too late. Two fouls, down 5. I think you can go for the ball when you're down. I mean, go for the steal and down 3. But it's still going to be a great 18 seconds because of the three-point shooting potential of this Alabama basketball team.
Leah Goss fouls out. And she leaves with 6 points at that big 3 just a moment ago. Now, Kristen Clement to the line. She was out here at 10-19 this morning, working on just this.
She's been waiting on this opportunity all year.
We'll check back with you from time to time, and you see Samika Randall, the first